Hello, my name is Paula Arias, and this is an investigation for a research project for the UNAD University for the tutor Edna Suarez. As an introduction of what I'm going to present as my research project, I will explain that as a teacher, as an English teacher, it worries me a lot how English is being taught, English as a second language is being taught, and what methodology and pedagogy is being used. I believe that here is where teachers make the worst mistake. Many students have had bad experiences at school, and they have felt blocked completely with English and have felt bored, fear, and rejection of learning this language, this important language. People have tried to learn English with many intents in school, and later on because they require it for a job or education level or for traveling. But it doesn't mean that they don't have that block in their mind. A teacher can easily find out about this. The problem that is affecting our country is the learning process, and this is where I focus my problem in. I prefer to work in public schools, my problematic in public schools of Colombia, in general, primary and secondary school. Not only in primary or in secondary, I believe both of them have a lack of this pedagogy. But it's a very interesting topic because it happens to most of the public schools in our country. And I believe that if this was modified, we would be assuring very good education levels in our students. The statement of the problem is that, as I said, the problem that I perceive is with pedagogy in language teaching. As an alliance with Pontificia University and the Foundation Compartir, they discovered that teachers try their best to motivate students into learning, but they don't really know how, or they don't know what to expect from their students. There were some studies that reported what teachers said about this. And some of the problems that they face daily are the lack of materials and resources, which are not provided by the schools or government, and most of the time teachers have to find their own in order to give a good class or attract students' attention. Very few use of technology, of TICs, maybe because there is none at school or because there can be, but teachers are not very well prepared to teach using these tools. Improvement in technology, meaning that if they have computers, maybe the computers are very old or they don't have internet or tablets or something that a better resource in technology. Lack of motivation in students, which can also lead to teachers feeling unmotivated as well, and low payment, which is very much the problem with Colombia's education, where we can see that teachers don't earn enough as they should. The research questions, therefore, are the following. What can teachers in Colombia do to improve their pedagogy when teaching English in elementary school? And the same question goes on again to high school. The objectives are, the general objective is to create friendly classes that attract students to learning English by the use of different resources and tools. And the specific objectives are to find useful resources and tools to create an attractive class according to each lesson, and discover useful websites that can support English teaching. The justification of this job was, first of all, to find a solution that can guide us as teachers, to find a way to help our students, to commit our students to a dynamic learning process, maybe by the use of technology or better resources. The research question will be applied to public schools in the country of Colombia because this is the audience where I would like to cause an impact through different learning strategies. And the low performance of Colombian national and international tests. The theoretical background. I strongly believe a change must be applied directly to the methodology used in schools. It is time schools adopt a new style of pedagogy and accept once and for all the need to transform education. Some of the things that were suggested before in the reading and could be modified are: teach, explaining students what they are learning and why they are learning it; support teachers; use different teaching styles instead of the traditional one; apply the following methods, which are Maria Montessori from Italy, John Dewey from the United States, and Paulo Freire from Latin America; work on Vicky Colbert's Escuela Nueva learning style, which has been introduced in rural and urban zones and has achieved superior results. Technology in education. Technology plays an important role in the educational resources. The government has invested a fair quantity on the use with computers and tablets for technological use in pedagogy. However, studies have shown that this hasn't truly had a positive impact or result. This can be due to the lack of training in this matter. It is not only about having computers in the school, but it is also about knowing how to use these computers in a better way for students to learn. With these tools, Literature review. As we discussed before, La Nueva Escuela method has been applied in some parts of Colombia with much success. However, we need a method that can cover all public schools in every area without excluding anyone. We need to find a new pedagogy that really cares for our students and engages them to learning. It is also valid to take the best of each methodology in order to create a new one which comprises everything a high-quality education system requires. Some websites give recommendations on what methods a teacher from the 21st century can apply to their classroom. There's a lot of tools that we can find on the internet in order to make our classes more interesting. Methodology. According to Salma Pato, 2015, the best options here would be mixed methods, which uses both qualitative and quantitative methods for its research; design-based research, which is a mixture between the theory and the practice; and action research, which where it is necessary in order to look for constant change and innovate in teaching and learning styles to enhance students and motivate them. The type of style that would be used for this research project, would be both quantitative and qualitative studies. Remember that quantitative studies are the use of uses numerical analysis, and qualitative studies use verbal actions such as interviews, observations, and others. The population that we would be reaching would be students of all ages from public schools in Colombia, and teachers as well of all ages in public schools in Colombia. The government and politician parties as well, because they play an important role, school directors, principals, coordinators, and others. The instrument that would be used for this research would be such as surveys, interviews, questionnaires, among others, because both quantitative and qualitative methods are applied. Thank you very much.